Hey everyone, I'm live here in New York City looking at a car from the future. Looks like a big box. People are stopping by to take pictures. It's like people haven't seen something like this before. Today's date is Monday, June 24th, 2024. The time is 3:21 p.m. Temperature is 80 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. That's actually the first time I've ever seen a Tesla Cybertruck in person. They're slowly but surely getting onto the streets of the United States.
So my point is,
It's actually a beautiful day in New York. The heat wave is pretty much done. Actually, I just checked the temperature. It's 78 right now, according to Apple Weather. Yesterday, it was still in the 90s, so the temperature has really cooled down somewhat. Oh, Victor, the Disney store is in Times Square. Around 44th Street and Broadway. I would say that's at least a 15 to 20 minute walk from here. What I actually want to see is the progress on the new JP Morgan Chase headquarters building. That's on Park Avenue. Well, also Madison Avenue. When I get to St. Patrick's Cathedral, I'll turn left.
I always go around to the museum.
Do you think I'll have time to get on that mango store down?
There's so much construction happening in New York. I remember this building didn't used to be so big. It's probably as tall as the building next to it up to there. Now I'm not really sure what's going to be put up there. Well, we get a preview of it here. Work in progress commercial. Just looks like a tall stack of blocks to me. The Nike store has such a cool design. It's all made out of glass, it looks like. Kevin says YouTube needs to up their notifications. Well, maybe for my channel they do. I've been posting too much. That's why the notifications aren't popping up every time I have content. Eventually people are going to find this though. Let's go inside. If you want to go all the way inside, there is a security check. Let's cut across to Madison Avenue and Park Avenue to check out the JP Morgan Chase future headquarters building. They knocked down well, they didn't knock it down, they disassembled that skyscraper one floor at a time and then built the current one. This is the building right here, the one with the angle. It's very impressive looking. You gotta really look at it from 2 or 3 blocks away to see the scale of it. I also want to swing by Park Avenue to get the other angle. This building is going up so quickly, it's insane to think of it. Also, I'm noticing a lot of new trees being planted in New York. Midtown Manhattan definitely needs some new trees. Looks like there's a grab and go spot for many of the office workers around here. The Duke Eatery. And then I also want to check out the other construction project, which is the Waldorf Astoria. It's being converted into the Waldorf Towers, like part residences and part hotel. This is where the real financial district is. A lot of the financial firms in Wall Street moved up here to Park Avenue. You see, look at all these suits. If you want to feel like an important person, wear a suit. This is the corporate headquarters of Colgate-Palmolive. Best known for their toothpaste. And here's the JP Morgan headquarters building from this angle. From this side, it looks even more impressive, to be honest. Kind of looks like it all angles onto a single point in the base. It's just impressive to me how they had to disassemble an existing skyscraper, which was already really nice, to build this skyscraper. I can't wait to see it finished. I remember seeing the old building and I was like, this may be one of the last times we see this building standing. And I remember seeing this being a hole in the ground, and now look at it. Crazy. And they have another building across the street, JP Morgan Chase building. From what I heard, they shuffled employees who work at the former building into this one while the construction is ongoing. I think JP Morgan Chase is the largest bank in the US by assets. Société Générale. The Helmsley building. Wow, look at all these people in suits. I told you this is the real financial district. Whoa, look at this. They have all these cranes on the side of where the JP Morgan building is. And guess what building these people are walking into, folks? JP Morgan Chase. You know, some strategy is going to be discussed in there. Safe to say that I think JP Morgan Chase is the biggest employer here. They've got 3 buildings. This one, this future one, and then the one across Park Avenue. Jen says field trip, I don't know. They may be future employees. What the heck? Oh, look, look, look. Welcome 2024 full-time class of EIB Analysts and Associates. Look at all the papers they're gonna have to go through. I can only imagine what they're going to discuss in there. They're going to call a meeting and say, how many of you have the Chase Freedom Card? Everyone's going to raise their hand, be like, I got the Chase Freedom Card. And they're going to say, well, too bad, we're going to take away your freedom because now you're going to be working for us. Whoa. It is crazy just looking at this building from here. Enjoy your freedom while it lasts, because they're going to be taking away your freedom. What's the APR? It doesn't matter, man. They're going to give you a big salary. How about a big bonus? Stock options? You don't need an APR when you got that. How about something called an employment contract? 5 years, you can't work for another bank or discuss any other banking matters with any other competitors. That's what happens a lot in these financial firms. They have these non-disclosure agreements because of these like secret, you know, confidential information, you know, like financial products that they have dealings with. They don't want them to share customers and whatnot. It gets kind of shady in the financial world. Or worse yet, you sneak into one of those companies' files and like trade on their information. That's called insider trading. That's not allowed. And look, you have Chase across the street. This is the retail branch. You have Chase, which is the retail bank where you got the credit cards, the auto loans, mortgages, and then you have JP Morgan Chase, which is the entity that's much larger than that. And you know what's crazy? Over here is the Roosevelt Hotel. This hotel is notorious in the news for being the hotel where all the migrants are processed. We can walk by it right now. Just 1 block away from the headquarters of JP Morgan Chase and Grand Central, you have the migrant processing area, Roosevelt Hotel. I really feel bad for a lot of these people. This just goes to show you the effects of what's going on in New York City. Zach says migrants are going to be working for JP Morgan soon. I don't know. Football Shane Life asks, how much is the Roosevelt Hotel per night? I have no clue. I don't even think it's available for staying overnight unless, you know, it's for one of these people who are migrants. One guy back there was not happy about me going there recording. No Football Shane Life. The Dragon's still there at the Empire State Building. Let me show you Grand Central Terminal. Grand Central Terminal.
¿Eh? Ah, 45 dice.
Almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me show you some trains while we're here in Grand Central. This is the Metro North Railroad. This train is going to Croton Harmon, the Hudson Line, departing in 20 minutes. They still have plenty of time. I'm not giving a comment to him. That's New York for you. Let's check out the Gray Bar Passage. Yeah, Roy, it happens. I don't know what it is, but some people, they're not in the right frame mentally or other things. Joe's Coffee Roasters. Voltron says, for reasons like that, I hate New York. I don't know why people live there, nothing special about it. Well, to be fair, I do encounter a higher percentage of unhinged people and people who are like, I don't know, rebellious about wanting to be on camera in New York than other places that I go to. I rarely had any issues when I was in Asia and when I was in London as well. This Hyatt hotel next to me is scheduled to be torn down. Oh, the people just scribble their names and writing on these dirty columns. It's crazy. Oh, it's not good either.
So there's a lot of
I'm smelling urine on the side of this building too. Really sad.
Oh, they're gonna meet us here. And then I think she said we'll take the subway to Chelsea Pier.
Got Wells Fargo and Mount Sinai across the street. This is 3rd Avenue. I did read some plans that they're going to put in some bike lanes here and redesign it. I don't know when that's going to happen. But 3rd Avenue has been the avenue that really hasn't had its configuration changed too much over the years. Whereas the other avenues around it, they've all had like bike lanes added or pedestrian islands. It's a lot of honking. Richard asked if I'm close to the Chrysler building. I actually passed under it. This is the Chrysler building on the previous block. You couldn't really tell because I was right under it. But you can kind of make out the design right there on the corner. Yeah, cannabis, there's a lot of variety here. Finance executives, migrants, unhinged people, commuters. If you want to see people from all walks of life, you can come here. And here we have the company that saved the world from you know what. They've got a big building here. It's their world headquarters. Ooh, 2nd Avenue is all torn up. It's going to be resurfaced soon. I think this wait button needs some new paints.
Wait, 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 wait. Wait, wait. Wait.
Let's go by and see the United Nations on the East River. What's cool over here is Tudor City. It's basically a neighborhood that overlooks this area. And it's also pretty popular when Manhattan hinges on. That's when the sun sets in between the city skyline. I think the next one is supposed to happen pretty soon. I don't know the exact dates, but I'll go up these stairs and I'll show you. I can even walk down on the other side to get to the United Nations. Here we're right above 42nd Street, and you can see all the way across the island with a view of the Chrysler building that we didn't have before and the One Vanderbilt building. Hey, look at that. In the One Vanderbilt building, I can zoom in and you can see the people in the observatory. You see that? Those two floors with the glass? I see people there taking pictures. There's a staircase here that'll bring me down. I'm getting a little bit of internet issues here in Tudor City. As you can see, it's nestled right here between 2nd Avenue and 1st Avenue. 1st Avenue is down here. There's the United Nations. I believe this is the Secretariat building. I did a tour of the UN when I was younger. I think there's the Secretariat building, and then this one over here is the General Assembly building. you can go in there and get a tour. Bonnie says absolutely perfect weather day. It's really comfortable today, not humid at all. Yes, Robert, I've been inside the UN building. I went with a school club inside. It was really cool to see. What was actually really cool to discover was inside the General Assembly building in the large meeting area. They had translation services for like so many languages, and they were doing it live. So you'll be hearing these people speak in their own language, and it'll be translated on the spot into all these different languages. That is remarkable. I wish I had a service like that for this live stream. Have live translators for like 100 different languages just for my channel. Because people already asked me, like, you should enable closed captioning for this language. And honestly, I don't have the time to translate every single thing I say into a different language. I have to rely on YouTube to, you know, use its automated technologies to translate videos into whatever languages it detects. Queen Dagger says that should be possible through AI. Well, AI is getting better. I know for tricky languages like Vietnamese, Google Translate doesn't really work that well. With Google Translate, sometimes words can have different meanings, so they get translated poorly. But with AI can actually like take time to think and say, and try to rationalize what's this phrase trying to say. Queen Dagger says, sure, you have a hard time with Google Translate with my immigrant lawn guys. Try ChatGPT. It works better than Google Translate sometimes. And if it doesn't give you a good translation, you could also like give it some more queries. Like you could say, translate this for me from Chinese to English using this speaker's point of view, or like this is the background, and then it can give a better translation. Like I know in Chinese, there's different words when you're talking about you, someone else. There's a you for someone who's older than you, or someone's younger than you, or someone who has a higher position than you. And in English, it doesn't really matter too much. You just say, oh, are you going to go out? And that's the end of it. But there's formal ways to say it. There's seniority. So you can ask ChatGPT to translate, oh, this is coming from a speaker who's younger than the person that's being addressed to. It's getting kind of windy. Ready to move in office condos. Wow, office condo? Wonder how that works. Maybe it's units that have an office and a bedroom in it already, because I know that's an issue for a lot of people. Like they'll find an apartment they like, but oh, it's a one-bedroom apartment, but I still need another room for my office. And even me, when I travel, sometimes I find it hard to have enough space for myself, just sharing a bedroom as an office. Or I'll be using the bed as a desk, and oftentimes it's not always practical. Oh, yes. I think he said, I've seen me on TikTok. I wonder if it's going to rain soon. These kind of look like rain clouds. But it doesn't look like the sun is coming back. Oh yes, walking UK. UK English and US English can be so different as well. I mean, just what I'm walking on is different in the US and the UK. This is pavement in the UK. Here is sidewalk. Oh, I see. Office condos are for purchase. Office.
I follow you on.
Hey,
So cool. Can I take a picture with you?
I'm here. What's up?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bye. It was so nice.
Bye bye. Have fun.
Are you doing a live right now?
Yeah. Take care. Lovely person. Nice day to bring the babies on a stroll too. Hank says rain's not in the forecast, but you never know when you see rain clouds like this. Look, new tree. This was planted on April 26th, scarlet oak tree. Well, 3 new trees on this block. Before, the only tree was this one. This person's walking 4 dogs. A professional dog walker. Book Girl NY saying Manhattan is a tough place to live unless you have plenty of money to insulate you from inconveniences. It is difficult to live in Manhattan. A lot of people make sacrifices just to stay here. Starting to get very busy here. Rush hour traffic. Also, the Queensboro Bridge is near 59th Street Bridge. Sly NY saying even a lot of outer neighborhoods are getting expensive now. Small price to pay to live in the greatest place on earth. yeah, there's not enough housing in New York for sure. And ultimately that drives up the cost of housing. In a lot of desired places, it's like that. Queensboro Bridge, work ahead, expect delays to Queens, it says. Huh. I wonder if that's causing all the traffic right now. We have to see the origin of all this traffic. I have a feeling it's the Queensboro Bridge with all its construction. Yep, these two left lanes are to turn left onto 57th Street. That gives a direct access to the Queensboro Bridge's upper level. Yep, a lot of traffic for this bridge. And this car's reversing. I kind of want to walk this bridge. It's been a while since I did. I want to know if it's still as bad as ever. As right now will be a good gauge of whether or not Queensboro Bridge is safe to keep in this configuration. With it being a pretty nice day, rush hour. I think ever since the late 2010s, this has become the most dangerous bridge to cross as a cyclist or a pedestrian. The city's really been dragging its plans to open up the south outer roadway for pedestrians and to keep the north outer roadway for cyclists. There's the Roosevelt Island tram behind the tree.
On 75th and 3rd.
And Trader Joe's is underneath the bridge.
And it was fine. I had great teeth, so we didn't have any problems. Then his big tooth in the front was stuck up, so we had to bring it down. And she was walking out with a head thing, and she was and when we left, I was like, oh God. Thank God.
All right, folks, walking from Manhattan to Queens via the Queensboro Bridge, or the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge, which is its full name. New Yorkers also like to call it the 59th Street Bridge. It connects Long Island City, Queens with Midtown Manhattan. Let's see if this is still a dangerous bridge to cross. I like these wayfinding boards now. They tell you where everything is. All right, everyone. Most dangerous bridge in New York City to cross as a pedestrian. And you'll see why. I still think it's like that. There's a bike lane here, right? And this is the pedestrian lane, but there is no way there's enough room for two cyclists to pass each other safely. You see, they're like on the line. And when you're going at this speed, there's no way you can share this lane two side by side. I don't know what the city's thinking. I mean, you technically could if you have really skinny bikes, but you'll be like freaked out from the lack of space that you won't be able to control your bike. This configuration was fine in like the 1990s or the early 2000s. It was a lot less people using this bridge, and people could use both sides. Back then, it was like where I am, it was one direction going to Manhattan, and the other side was going to Queens. People share both sides, and in a way, I still do that when I ride a micro mobility vehicle over the bridge, scooter or bike, because to me this configuration doesn't make sense. It's so stupid. Like, they have barely any space. And the city has to open up the other side, the south outer roadway for pedestrians. This is the north one. That guy's on his phone going downhill. Oh shoot, shortstop. I'm glad nothing happened there, rear-ended. Right now, the south outer roadway is only used for cars going to Queens, but it's been like in progress to convert it to a pedestrian lane for such a long time, but the city keeps delaying it. They're saying, oh, it was supposed to be done in 2021, but now it's 2022, now it's 2023, now it's 2024, and I think their excuse this time is because, oh, there's some kind of like environmental study or painting work, whatever, that needs to be finished before we can convert that into a pedestrian lane. I mean, excuses from the city, but it never gets done. I don't know how many more people need to get hurt from this ridiculous design of a shared use lane, because I've seen a lot of stories and people who have gotten into terrible crashes on this bridge because of this stupid design. Something's happening down there. I do not like biking or scootering over this bridge. I'd rather take my bike on the subway just to get past this bridge. Even my friend Sifat, the NYC walking show, made a video walking across this bridge and showing how dangerous it was. There's mopeds that are on here that aren't supposed to, even though there's signs up. Going well over like 30 miles an hour here. Look, these people are all in my lane. This is crazy. Janice says maybe they could put a barrier to separate. No, they need to open up the south outer roadway for pedestrians. This will remain the cycling area. even if there's a barrier here, all the people using scooters and bikes are gonna get in trouble because there's no leeway to pass each other. This, I think, is only like 4 feet wide. You cannot have like 2 feet of space. People are not gonna have control of their bikes. And some people's bikes and vehicles are wider than others. You see, this guy had to come all the way here for them to feel comfortable biking past. And that person had to come here. By the way, Roosevelt Island tram's on the way here. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That person overtook the other guy taking a picture, didn't slow down. That guy is busy sightseeing. That's another problem. People are waving to the tram, taking pictures, and then people are passing back and forth. It's too dangerous for that. What a stupid design for a bridge. Come on. How hard is it to open up that other side just for people walking? It's just people walking. They don't need to do anything. Just change the signs. Say no cars allowed, and they can just walk on the other side. What's so difficult about that? Instead, the city's like, no, it's delayed for this reason. Or maybe it's political, I don't know. Sometimes that happens because, I don't know, my car drivers are worth more votes than your stupid walkers, so we're gonna keep it as a driving lane. That's what happens sometimes. It's all politics. They gotta get the politics out of urban planning. That's what they gotta do. Do what's right. Not who. Robert says, but if they take out a driving lane, then the traffic will be backed up even more. That lane's barely even used right now. It's not even that convenient to get to because you can only get to it from 59th Street and it only can accommodate one car at a time. I've driven on that side. It's actually kind of tricky to drive on because it's like this, right? Imagine driving a car here. It's like you got to keep that wheel completely straight. If you just go a little bit to the left or the right, you're gonna scratch your car. Your rims are gonna be all messed up. And I've always had the thought, like, what happens if you're driving on that side and the car in front of you breaks down? You're stuck. That car can't go. Someone has to drive up to it and tow it. You're gonna have to be stuck behind them because it's only one lane. There's the NYC ferry. The guy is sticking his tongue out. It can be quite a challenge to cycle up this bridge. It's a bit of a climb. Hey, look at this, I'm walking faster than the traffic. I'm beating out this van. In some ways, this feels a little more dangerous than the Long Bien Bridge, which I walked in Hanoi. That one, I felt like I was going to fall through, but I didn't really have to worry about someone crashing into me because I was safe that wasn't going to happen. Here, there's always a possibility. But to be fair, it was really nice when this bridge wasn't as popular to cycle across. If you watch my video, probably from like 2017, 2018, you could see me cycling across this bridge and it was way more of a pleasant experience than it is now. Thank you, Kashmiri Bai Vlogs, for the $1.99 super chat. How are you back to New York City from your trips? Appreciate it, Kashmiri. Thank you so much. I'm doing really good. That's not allowed on the bridge. Get that moped off the bridge. Not only that, they were being pretty reckless with their driving too. Didn't even slow down that much. Sometimes they do have police things. They'll post police on both sides of the bridge and they'll catch the mopeds. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. One side should be for cyclists and one side should be for pedestrians. Yes, just like the Manhattan Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge is like that now. This bridge is the only major East River MTA bridge that isn't like that. And I don't get it. The Williamsburg has separated paths, Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, but not the Queensboro Bridge. had a GoPro on their helmet. Look at that person, too busy taking their phone out of their bag, and they're wobbling in and out of the lane. And here the bike lane or the walkway narrows a lot. You get a lot less space here. Maybe we could see the next winner of the Tour de France here. The next Lance Armstrong, who hopefully won't be using drugs. Well, I'm almost off this bridge now. I see Queensbridge down there. That's the largest public housing project in this country, in the US. Oh my gosh. Pass responsibly, dude. It's not the Tour de France. This is crazy. I would not feel comfortable overtaking at this speed with pedestrians on the other side. When I overtake, I make sure I have room. And even when I'm here, I'm looking over my shoulder and making sure there's enough room like behind me so no one like swerves over to the left too much and hits me. Here's the downhill section, so you really got to be careful here. See, look, everyone climbing up is on my side. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. These people are so close to me. Ah. It's scary, folks, being on the Queensboro Bridge. Look, this is nuts. Oh my gosh. Ah! I'm all the way hugging the freaking railing. You cannot be more further to the left than I am, except if you want to walk up here, but that would be unwise. I'm even so far left once in a while my elbow is hitting the railing. It's the worst when there's two pedestrians passing each other at the same time and two bikes too. Then there's really a lot of conflicts. Yikes. OMG. This guy's on a one wheel coming up. Yep, it is rush hour. What's up? Yeah, motorcycle on the bridge. Can't make this up, folks. Scary to deal with the cyclists and the scooters, but then you have motorcycles here. That's not supposed to be here. Oh, they're so close to me. Oh. My gosh, must have been like right here and just past me. There's delays on the N train. Train passed in front of us. We appreciate your patience. There comes a train. Let's wave to some of these people if they can see us. Hello! Hello! All these rush hour commuters. Mike B, you just waved to me, you were on there. I don't know about that. Hey, we got another one. It's a good view here. Hey, W train people. Hello. Such a busy area for trains. All right, finally almost over the bridge. Ding dong! We are now arriving at Hollywood Highland Station. Oh wait, wrong city. Dun 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 dun. Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit. Doo 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 doo. Doors closing. That's the WMATA, Washington DC Metro.车门只关闭 Doors closing. 车门只开呀，车门只关关嘞。Taipei Metro. Boston's MBTA is Queensboro Bridge Station, undergoing a lot of construction now. if the New York City subway was on the Boston Metro. The destination of this train is Astoria, Ditmars Boulevard. But in the Boston Metro, they say the destination of this train is Braintree. They have some of the weirdest names in Massachusetts. Braintree, Bowdoin. The destination of this train is Oak Grove. Oak Grove, Bowdoin, Government Center. Ooh, big hole here. All right, we're gonna walk along Northern Boulevard and then 31st Street to Astoria, Queens. Someone almost got hit here. If this station was in the Boston Metro, it would be boom. Now arriving at Queens Plaza. Transfers available to the EMR and bus connections. It's funny, unless it's the Silver Line, the Boston Metro never tells you what buses they are. It's always transfers available to bus connections. Only bus connections. There must be like so many bus connections there. You gotta do your own research which bus it is. Ooh. Oh yeah, updrift. It actually says change here for bus connections. That's right. It's more like Malden Center. Change here for the commuter rail and bus connections. Deborah says if I need a career change, you know what to do. Yeah, I could voice some metro lines, right? Taipei Main Station. Transfers available to the Red Line, Taiwan Railways, Taiwan High Speed Rail, and Taoyuan Airport MRT. Thirty-ninth Avenue Dutch Kill Station. $20 parking up to 12 hours. KT says Americans pronounce the English town names very differently than English people. Yes, because of the accents and different things. Even when I rode the London Underground, it was different. Like when I rode the Circle Line, it would be like, this is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via High Street Kensington. The next station is St. James's Park. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Still a lot of automobile shops around here. Whoa, this building is new over here. What are they building here? This is crazy. It's like on top of this warehouse building, apartment buildings. Man. Looks like some projects. We're almost to the next subway station, 36th Avenue. These are also new units here. Next train to Astoria, Ditmars Boulevard is 6 minutes. Whitehall Street is 3 minutes.
So I go, okay.
Jack in the Box. Dun 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 dun.
Video?
Is this a new spot? S Meat and Huso? Oh, S Meat and Hueso. Charcoal and wood grill. Next to Papa John's. Which says all you can eat steak. I saw that. Sounds like a good deal to me. I just stepped on a branch and broke it.
Like I said, if I was in
This area over here is really cool. Pizza and pasta bar, Sala, urban vegan roots. These all air conditioners? Yeah, look. Ice air. These are heavy duty units. Here we've got Luke Oil, $3.49 for 1 gallon of gas. With credit or debit, it's $3.59. What are gas prices like where you are? Wow, it's $2.99 in Texas. I know a good idea about gas prices because I drove across the country. Texas, I think, had the least expensive gas prices that I experienced. That and Louisiana. California was the most expensive. I think Hawaii was expensive too. Ryan says, why is the price different for cash and debit and credit? Because business owners think they can get more of a break by not accepting credit or debit, and they have to charge for the difference. There's credit card swipe fees, they call them. The West Coast is always more expensive than the East Coast for gasoline. Hey, look at this. This is new. Food Town. With free parking also. Looks like a nice supermarket. Nice and bright in there. It looks well laid out. I'm going to wrap up this stream very soon. I like to get something to eat in this area. I'm on Broadway in Astoria, Queens. You'll probably get to see what I eat when I post it on Action Kid Extra. Got Champion Pizza here, Bahari. I actually saw this place over here on Reddit. It's brand new, doesn't even have a Google listing yet. Pho Astoria. Got Mexican over here, lots of great places. All right, I think this is a good place for me to wrap up this live stream. Hope you enjoyed it, starting all the way from Midtown Manhattan, going all the way to Astoria, Queens. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button for me, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Take care.